Well, the barrage of false information, propaganda and violent content about this war is spreading widely on major social platforms. And now the European Union is investigating Meta, TikTok and X for their handling of potentially illegal content and disinformation related to the Israel-Hamas war. The inquiry comes as part of the European Union's new Digital Services Act, which is supposed to hold large online platforms legally accountable for content posted on their feeds. ABC News senior reporter Emmanuel Saliba joins me now for more on this. Emmanuel, thank you for being with us. What's the EU alleging with this inquiry?
Well, James, as you mentioned, the EU now has the DSA, the Digital Service Act. And under that act, these platforms are responsible for content that is posted onto them. So that means Meta, TikTok, X, formerly known as Twitter, is responsible for every single piece of content that's posted. And because of that, the EU says that they've noticed that some of the content is violating their policy. So that means misinformation, disinformation, violent or graphic content, or content that's reaching minors.
So how are these platforms responding? I mean, these are pretty serious allegations. How are they responding to the EU?
So all of the platforms, all three of them, have put out various statements in the last weeks detailing the different measures that they've taken to take down content. So some of them have said they've taken down tens of thousands of pieces of content. But just to give you context of how this works, these platforms, think of it as having a giant net. And that net, in a moment of crisis, is going to tighten, and it's going to catch a lot more content. But it has to do that in real time. So these platforms said that they're updating their real-time detection tools every hour as the crisis develops.
They say that, but it just feels, I mean, as a user, the amount of graphic and violent content circulating online does seem unprecedented. I mean, what can they do about it?
I mean, you're right. You know, not only have we noticed that, but the platforms have also noticed that in the different data that they've shared with us. There are different things that they've put in place. They've put in overlays over graphic content so that users can decide whether or not they want to view sensitive material. But they're sort of caught in between a hard rock because basically activists and journalists on the ground are saying, hey, our content isn't reaching people. Our documentation of atrocities, of crimes, aren't reaching people on these platforms. And then you have the EU government and other governments saying, hey, there's too much graphic content. You need to put a stop to this. And they're threatening them with fines. So we'll see what the answers that come today will be.
Yeah, complex situation. ABC News senior reporter Emmanuel Saliba, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.